Hello and welcome back to the British Touring Car Championship with Viper and Ben. I am Viper, your host. Alongside me is Ben. Say hello.
Hello.
And today we are doing our 2023 British Touring Car season preview video. Now, apologies that we do these a bit earlier, so we haven't got every single driver. The date we are recording this is the 21st of March, so we've got, as of right now, the list of drivers and teams and stuff that we have right now is about as up to date as it can be. The calendar's been confirmed since like May 2022, so we don't have to worry about any changes in that regard. But we're going to be covering a few things, obviously driver and team changes, the calendar itself, our predictions for the seasons for the drivers and the team championship, and any surprises that we think might come about. First and foremost though, Ben, how are you feeling about the new season?
I think it should be a really good one because everybody who's staying on, obviously, is going to be used to the format of what's changed with the hybrid and sort of how it's going. We've also got the Donny, is it the National or whatever, the biggie version of Donny, which would be really cool.
Layout.
GP layout, yeah, that'd be really cool to see. And then after that, there's a couple of little bits here and there which, like liveries, look to be quite interesting this year. There's a good couple of them what jump out to me, and then after that, it still looks to be good because we've got quite a bit going on really with all that.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting season for sure. I mean, like you said, they've got 2 rounds at Donington, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Grand Prix circuit, the last time that was raced was 2003.
I think it's free. I think it's exactly 20 years ago.
And I think it was Ivan Muller that won it the last time, but that was back in the bloody Vauxhall Astra days. That's going back some years. But yeah, so plenty to look forward to if you're a British Touring Car fan this year. We might as well talk about teams and drivers. Now, there is quite a substantial amount of teams and drivers changes over the last 12 months, or last couple of months since the season finished in particular. So in terms of drivers that have changed teams, we have had Adam Morgan, who has gone from Sicily Motorsport to Team BMW. He's now joined the big BMW squad. We have Dexter Patterson, who's moved from Laser Tools Racing to Team Hard. Dan Lloyd and Jack Butel will move from the Accelerate team to Team Hard. Aidan Moffat has moved from Laser Tools Racing to Starline Racing by One Motorsport, formerly BTC Racing, I believe it was called. Dan Rowbottom went from Halfords Racing, aka Honda, the main Honda squad, and joined up with Napa Racing, so with the likes of Ash Sutton and Dan Camish. Sam Osborne is also in there as well. And it also saw Aaron Taylor-Smith move from Yazoo with Safu Racing to the PMR squad, who are running the Vauxhall Astra once again. In terms of team changes, we have had Laser Tools Racing that switched from Aidan Moffat Racing to MB Motorsport. We've also seen the likes of Andrew Watson, who's going to make his debut with PMR Racing. We have got the 2022 Ginetta GT5 and BMW Compact Cup winner, Mikey Dobble, I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's going to be making his debut with PMR Racing this year. We've got Ronan Pearson making his debut with Accelerate Motorsport, who's replacing Jack Butel. And we have Andrew Watson, who's also... not Andrew Watson, Nick Halstead, who's returning to the series full-time with Accelerate as well, having last raced in 2021 at Croft to replace Rick Parfitt Jr. So, in terms of teams, there is quite a few to cover, but for the most part, Accelerate has kept Tom Ingram and Tom Chilton. BMW has kept Colin Turkington, Stephen Jelly, and Jake Hill, with Jake Hill running the Laser Tools Racing with MB Motorsport BMW, which looks fantastic, by the way. Napa Racing continues with their lineup of Dan Camish, Dan Rowbottom, Sam Osborne, of course, still racing for the squad alongside obviously Dan Rowbottom. So you got Camish, Sutton, Osborne, and then obviously Rowbottom joining in as the new guy. Starline Racing by One Motorsport, which was formerly, as I said, BTC Racing, is Moffat and Cook. Team Hard is Dexter Patterson, Bobby Thompson, Jack Butel, and Dan Lloyd. with PMR being, as I said before, Mikey Dobble, I think it is, Andrew Watson and Aaron Taylor-Smith. In terms of the race calendar though, this is the main bit that everyone might want to keep their eyes on the calendar for. So it was announced in around May last year. I'd say first time that it's returning to the Grand Prix layout of Donington. But to kick things off, I'll run you through the calendar. So Donington Park will kick us off on the 22nd and 23rd of April with the National Circuit. Myself and Ben are going to be there in person to attend it. We can't wait. We then have Brands Hatch Indy, which is running on the 6th and 7th of May. Snetterton will host the third round with races 7 to 9, with the 300 circuit being held on 20th and 21st of May. We then go down to Thruxton in Hampshire for the 3rd and 4th of June for round 4. We would go back up to Cheshire to Alton Park for round 5 on the 17th and 18th of June. Then it's a month and a bit that we have to wait until we visit Croft in North Yorkshire on the 29th and 30th of July. That's followed 2 weeks after that up to our one and only visit to Scotland for Knockhill on the 12th and 13th of August. We then return down to Donington Park once again on the 26th and 27th of August, which is the Grand Prix circuit. Last time it was used was 2002, not 2003, I do apologise. We then have, following that, about a month later, we have the Silverstone circuit hosting, with the National Circuit layout on the 23rd and 24th of September. And to obviously close out the season, as always, we have the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit on the 7th and 8th of October. Now, in terms of predictions, Ben, for the season, who's your drivers and teams champions, do you think, for the season?
My driver this year, I'm going to go with Jake Hill. Usually I've nearly always gone with Ingram, but this year I just have a feeling it might be Hill because, you know, he's going to be a lot more used to that car this year, without doubt. And my team, it's probably easy just to go with Napa Racing because of the amount of people they've got and how good most of them are.
No, that's a fair assumption. I mean, it might seem biased from my perspective, being a Ash Sutton fan myself, seeing how well Sutton did with the car last year, and obviously it was a bit of a shame to see Dan Cam with his fire that he had at Donington. Hopefully we don't have a rinse and repeat this year, which will, fingers crossed, won't happen. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. But I think personally, given how quick that Hyundai was last year with Ingram in it, I think it will be close. I mean, I probably would put my money on. I'm gonna go with Hill, same as you. In terms of the teams champion, as in outright teams, I am gonna go with Napa. However, what I will say is keep an eye out in terms of drivers champion. No doubt Ingram's not going to be letting that number one disappear quite that easily. Expect Turkington in the mix, probably Morgan as well. If Dancam and Rowbottom can also get up to scratch pretty quickly in the Ford Focus. I know that Camish has already drove the car, but Robo hasn't. If he can get up to scratch, then expect a few surprise results from him. And of course, the usual ones that I probably wouldn't count out are definitely going to be Josh Cook as well. Or the usual one that I won't count out is Josh Cook, because he seems to do well. I'm just hoping he can keep the pace going throughout the season. So our predictions are, we both went with Jake Hill. Actually, the same prediction. Jake Hill for Drivers' Championship and Napa Racing for the Teams Champion. Now, obviously, I'll just go quickly and mention anyone that has any different predictions, feel free to leave them in the comments. We're always like reading them. But overall, Ben, in terms of the season, out of everyone that's been confirmed as of right now, who do you think will spring a surprise? So it could be a podium, race win, whatever. Who can you see springing a surprise?
With everyone confirmed, I'd like to see maybe some of the new people, like Mikey in particular, like getting a podium or even a win. Could be, because obviously with a track record, they are race winners in the past in other categories. So it could be quite nice to see someone who's new to the sport get a good race win, maybe even a couple. It'd be nice to see. You're pretty much going to do well on the Jack Sears, so that would be quite good to see as well.
I think for me, in terms of surprise result, I'm going to say probably the same. So probably Mikey Double, maybe a podium in one of the races. But I'm actually going to go, this is probably a bold one. So I'm going to say Dexter Patterson will get a podium. I won't say what race, because I don't know. But I think he'll be able to get a podium in one of the races this year. And, as well, I expect, now this might sound stupid, and if I get proven wrong, I get proven wrong, but I expect a strong showing from Adam Morgan, because no longer is he playing second fiddle. And I say second fiddle, I know Sicily Motorsport it's not like a B-spec team or anything, but given how he's now got the factory support behind him, fully,
with the factory engine,
the factory car, everything, the main car of BMW, I expect some good results this year from Adam. Obviously, time will tell. I don't know how many race wins I'm looking at. Maybe 2 or 3 this year might go his way, but I'm hoping that he proves me wrong and he actually gets like 3 or 4 wins for the year. But again, we'll see. I'm hoping that Accelerate doesn't just go to the back of the grid. I doubt it, because it is touring cars. It's not like F1. So we'll see about that one. But yeah, apart from that though, I think we're going to wrap this video up here. Just any final thoughts, Ben, before we head off?
I know we're losing some of the support races this year, so that's going to change. So this year, I think for a couple of rounds, we're bringing different types of support races. Like for one of them, if I remember, it's like the Radical series is coming in. Then the Outlaw cars, or whatever they're called, the ones that look like American hot rods, the little tiny ones. But now do one round. There's quite a few interesting things on the support series this year. So it's worth keeping an eye out that, because obviously we lost, I think it was Ginetta, wasn't it?
Yeah, we lost both Ginetta championships last year.
Yes, it's worth keeping a lookout on what's coming in. Yeah, you got like mini racing, mini sevens, Caterhams. You got quite a few sort of like different things coming up. Legends cars. So yeah, you got quite a few different things coming up. What should be interesting to see, and it's worth looking what could be coming to your round for the support races. Because if you're going to attend the support races, even though you might not always see them, you'll hear them. So it's worth sort of keeping that in idea, and keeping an idea for the race weekends you're watching, just in case there's something that you really want to watch, like the Mini Sevens. Would highly recommend them. Then at least you can watch them on the TV as well. So yeah, that's the thing from me that I will say is something to keep an eye out this year as well, is the support races.
Yeah, I can second that as well, because the thing is that for those that don't know much outside of the British Touring Car and just watch these videos for the British Touring Car, you notice how we don't mention much about the Sport Car series. Personally, if we did the whole weekend with the support races, we'd be here all week.
Yeah, you'd have like 2-hour-long videos.
Well, I don't know about 2 hours. Could probably get it down to like 40 minutes. But
yeah, but
regardless, there's a lot of races that do go on between the main events. I would highly recommend watching them. Granted, there can be some weekends where the sport car racing isn't great and things like that. But for the most part, what you should know is that in terms of spec series, a lot of them have really come into their own. Like I said, this year we are seeing brand new championships be introduced to the British Touring Car package. The Legends Car Championship looks extremely fun. Very good to watch. Same with the Radical Club. The Caterham should be fun to watch as well. They're only appearing, I believe, at Silverstone in September. The main one I think a lot of people will want to watch, whether you're at the event. If you're at the event, lucky sod. But if not, and you're only able to watch it on the TV, would highly recommend watching the Thruxton round, because that has the Mini 7 Racing Club. And as I can tell you from personal experience, watching them guys at Thruxton, you've never seen 5 wide on the corners or on the straights. It's ridiculous, because the cars are so small. And it's definitely fun to watch. Like, highly recommended, very entertaining. And yeah, obviously they are there. They have serious championships. Obviously they are serious, but they are also quite fun to watch from a casual perspective. So definitely keep the touring car sport packages in mind when you go to these events. And on that note, we're gonna wrap this video up here. Let us know down in the comments what your predictions are for the drivers and teams champions, who you think they will be. And also let us know if
What
you've
you're
got any
looking forward
surprises. Yeah, what you're looking forward to, and who you think will probably spring a surprise during the season. But yeah, on that note, we're going to wrap this up here. I'll catch you all later on. We will see you after the first round at Donington Park, which is in a couple of weeks' time. And yeah, till then, thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a great night, and of course, ta-ra.
Bye.